Are live, back to live action, Ash Cash. And I got a special guest in the building, Miss Tarra Jackson, aka Miss Madam Money. How are you?
What's going on,
All
man?
right, all right. So this is sort of like a special surprise, right? Because normally we've been interviewing our speakers, we've been interviewing everybody, but this time we wanna bring the person in the back to the forefront, right? Because dualpreneur is your baby, is your child, and I remember, we're part of a secret society that we won't talk about, but I remember within the secret society, as you were talking about dualpreneur, and everything, why it was so important, especially within our mastermind group. There's a lot of mainly entrepreneurs, but there were a lot of people who were had 9 to 5s and entrepreneurs, and there wasn't really a space for them
Right.
to really be able to understand how to navigate that transition between the two. So you created dualpreneur, and so now for the first time ever we had the Side Gig Con virtual conference, which is your brainchild. So I wanted to have a conversation with you about that, and so before I can't give everybody the luxurious intro without giving it to you,
And you've been
who's the
doing a
mastermind.
fabulous job. Like,
Thank
dude,
you.
I knew I picked the right person to MC the event. I knew you were hype, but I didn't know you were like fire like that, dude.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I came out the womb yelling. You know what I'm saying? I think that I came out. You know what I'm saying? Like I honestly. So I'm gonna tell you a funny story though. I honestly think that my mama was watching too much Les Brown when she was pregnant with me, because like I posted this before, but if you see the resemblance, right? So like we look, what I mean, I look like Les Brown, and then you see I'm growing a beard, but then I think I came out the womb
You are.
yelling.
I'm gonna need to find out if your mom and Les Brown knew each
Maybe,
other back in the day. I'm just
maybe because he's from Florida, and my mother's Haitian, and from Haiti they had that was her first stop in Florida. So
oh
I don't
no.
know, pops. I
You
don't know.
might have two daddies. I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know. Mama's baby. Was it mama's baby? Papa's maybe. I don't know. Les Brown, you might be it. All right. But I want to give you your intro. So we got Miss Tarra Jackson, known as Miss Madam Money. She is an award-winning speaker, best-selling author, TV and radio personality, spokesperson, brand ambassador, and business coach. Tarra is also a syndicated personal financial and business expert contributor for Black Enterprise, Fox News, Al Jazeera English, the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, and several other media outlets. For over 10 years, Tarra has successfully produced and hosted numerous national in-person and virtual business events and conferences, such as the popular Boss Business Owner Success Strategies Brunch in Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles, California, Young Money workshops for colleges and universities, as well as over 100 financial and business webinars. In 2006, Tarra founded Dualpreneur LLC to celebrate full-time and part-time employees who want to start side businesses and provide support services to help them create multiple streams of income. Tarra is excited to executive produce and host Dualpreneur's inaugural Side Gig Con virtual conference. We hope you will participate in the business development of the attendees to help them start and grow their side gigs into profitable businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for our creator, the owner, the brainchild, Miss Madam Money, aka Tarra Jackson, aka Miss Madam Money. Round of applause.
Woo! Woo! She's hot.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
I need to
So
meet that chick.
exactly, right. And so here's the thing though, right? And something that I want you to talk about, because you had some big positions in corporate, right? And that transition from those big positions in corporate to an entrepreneur, which is, I'm assuming, why you started dualpreneur. But let me not put words in your mouth. Talk to us a little bit about, your transition, like your experience as a dualpreneur, and what, why did you come up with this concept?
Well, I mean, I'm matriculated in the financial services industry, just like you, Ash. We both were president and CEOs of financial institutions. And what I learned is I became really good at playing the game on consumers because consumers didn't know the game. So we just played the game of chess, but consumers were playing checkers. So I was really good at selling debt. I was really good at creating loans and thinking you needed a loan in order to live a lifestyle or live your lifestyle. And I just decided, it was around the end of 2012, that I just didn't want to do that anymore. I guess I repented, turned from my wicked ways, and decided that I wanted to be a consumer advocate. And so, around that time when I wrote Financial Fornication, was starting to do a lot of other speaking engagements and educating people. And the thing is, Ash, is when I left my corporate job, I became an entrepreneur, but I did it the wrong way. And I crashed and burned and failed financially, right? Because I figured if I was good at doing my job, I must be good at being an entrepreneur, which is not always the case. Because at your job, you have departments that do everything to help your job to be as, easy enough for you to do, or so that you can shine in your position. And, when I decided to leave my job, at the time, I didn't want to admit that leaving your job is not a reason to become an entrepreneur, because I didn't have direction. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I wanted to try to figure it out myself. I wanted to bootstrap and make everything free, but it ended up costing me $50,000 for that year. Because I'm buying all this stuff, trying all this stuff, and trial and error cost me a lot of money, where I should have just hired a coach, paid a couple $1,000s for that, and would have made maybe five figures within the first year. But I just didn't do it right. So then I had to go back to corporate because I have a lifestyle. I didn't want to admit it. And my sister and my family tried to explain this to me, but I didn't want to hear it. I was an entrepreneur, right? But I had to come to grips with an entrepreneur that's not making any money on a consistent basis, like a year, is unemployed. So I didn't want to come to that realization. What I did realize is that—
That's a quote, though. I might borrow that. An entrepreneur who doesn't make any money is unemployed. I love that.
Unemployed, right? That's the reality check. I qualified for unemployment. I qualified for food stamps, but I was so proud. I didn't want to, because I'm an entrepreneur, and that pride relatively put me in the poorhouse. So when I decided that I need benefits, I need money, I need a 401k. I'm addicted to the direct deposit, and I need my benefits, and I want to build my business. But I felt so defeated because everyone around me was saying that you need to quit your job and focus on your entrepreneurial venture to make it successful. Well, what if you do that and your entrepreneurial venture fails? Right? See, the way my bills were set up, nobody really cared that I was an entrepreneur. They just wanted to get paid. So I decided to go back to work. But then when I realized that was probably the most brilliant thing that I did, because the man that everyone is trying to get away from, that man paid my bills, gave me benefits, paid my paid time off. So if I wanted to go to a conference, like our underground, community that we're part of, go to the conference, I can pay for it. Or if I wanted to travel, or if I wanted to invest in my business, that's my first corporate, sponsor was my job. Right. So when I looked at my job as being, to help sustain my lifestyle, but my entrepreneurial ventures helped to enhance it, it reminded me of a plane, right? So I do a lot of traveling, and I'm always on a plane. And what I realized with passenger planes, passenger planes have more than one engine, even though they only need one engine to stay up in the air. They have 2 engines for fail-safe. And what I was doing is I was riding that one engine income. And when that income didn't work out, I crashed and burned. So that's how the whole concept of dualpreneur, dual engine income.
I might have to borrow that as well. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just give me credit like 3 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you know the rule, because I was gonna say I give you credit 3 times, and then after that it's mine. All right.
I need everybody to get over it. Unless I trademark it, you're like, you can't use dualpreneur, because then my attorney will send you a cease and desist.
Right.
But if it's a tweetable, I'll let you, give me credit at least 3 times,
All right, copy that. All right.
But that's how dualpreneur came up. And then I realized a lot of people felt defeated. A lot of people felt demonized because they either had to work or wanted to work.
Yeah.
And so my whole thing is that you don't have to choose between being an employee and an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur. You can do both. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we did. We started providing information, support services. And now this year is how the conference come up, because we want to provide even more information to more people.
Nice. I love it. And so what would you say, like why now more than ever is it important that you like why now? Like we got this pandemic going, we got civil unrest, like why is a side gig conference even important during these times?
Dude, I think a lot of people that kept telling you go get a government job and you'll be okay are realizing that government job is just as unstable as any other job, because they can furlough you, they can cut and everything. And when pandemics happen, they're going to cut staff, they're going to do certain things. And so if you're in that middle of the cut and you don't have any money coming in, you need other streams of income to do that. Instead of getting a second job, you should start your own business, right? Because the IRS treats employees different than entrepreneurs.
Right.
There are more tax benefits of being an entrepreneur than there is an employee. And I don't care if you're a professional burger eater, you need to have a business, if only to take advantage of the tax advantages. But now there's so much support available financially for people who are entrepreneurs, whether they have jobs or they're full-time. But this is a time to do it because, everybody's working on this one river of income, but they have multiple streams of bills and dreams. So when that one river dries up, you can't feed the multiple streams. So you need multiple streams of income to feed those multiple streams of bills and dreams.
Oh man, I might have to hire you as a you got some quotables there. You might have to ghostwrite some of my stuff. All right, so last question. I know you have it packed. You have some powerhouses. You have some great. We've interviewed a lot of people who are going to be part of the conference, so you have it packed. But what would be that one advice that you would give, right? So somebody is on the fence. They haven't, signed up yet. I don't know what they're waiting for, because this is definitely going to be powerhouse. But what would be that one tip that you would give anybody that has a side gig right now, who has, they're a dualpreneur, have a side gig? What's that one thing you would tell them to kind of encourage them during these times?
I'm going to give you a quote, and this is probably the last time I'm going to give him credit, but Trevor Ott said this. I don't know if he heard it someplace else, but he did say this, that the answer to who is not always you. And so when you become an entrepreneur, you relatively become a solopreneur, or you become self-employed. That means you're doing everything. And people that do everything, they get burnt out. So I encourage you to build a team, learn how to build a team. It doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. You could automate certain processes. You could delegate it to certain family members, but you have to figure out what at your job, what makes your job successful, the departments, how is that going to fit into your side business, whether you're just cooking a cookie or you're coaching multiple people. How are you going to at least delegate some things? Because there's 3 things that you do as a dualpreneur to be successful. You delegate it, you delete it, or you do it. Okay, you can't do everything. So you have to figure out everything that needs to be done. And what is it that you're going to do? Are you going to delegate it to someone that's their expertise, pay them to do it, or hire someone to do it, or automate it? You're going to delete it because it's not going to make you money. It's a waste of time. Or you're going to do it because that's generating your income. The last thing I did want to share is a tip, is that if you're an entrepreneur, you have business expenses, right? And you can write off business expenses. This conference is a business conference. You can write off the ticket on your taxes as a business expense. So whether you do it at the $20, and I made it so that $20, I eat or drink more than $20.
Right, right,
I wanted
right.
to make it affordable. But if you
Yeah.
want VIP, you want to be able to get the recordings of everything. You want to be able to do the networking, visit the exhibitors. You want to experience the full thing. You can really write that off.
Mm.
Write that off as an expense. So keep that in mind. As a business owner, you can write off some things. And this is the conference. It's a business expense. Work it
Right.
out.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you got it there. This is Miss Jackson, the person, the organizer, executive producer, Side Gig Con. Make sure you go to www.sidegigcon.com and apply. Register, get your tickets. I am the MC. I've interviewed a lot of powerhouses to the point where I had to stop them. Like, wait, hold on, you're giving up too much information. And so for I'm not even gonna say the price you pay, because you're not even paying. You owe. Right, whatever you pay for that ticket, you actually owe money that you're gonna get so much information. So this investment that you put into this conference is definitely you're gonna get that tenfold. And so definitely check it out. Miss Tarra Jackson, we appreciate you. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for putting this together. And any last words to the people?
I can't wait to see y'all there. It's going to be 2 fun-filled days, and the experts, whatever they're giving you, they usually charge 4 to 5 figures just to meet with them or to learn the information. So for you to be able to get that information for like $20 or less than $200, that is like that's unreal. And I just appreciate you, all of the speakers, the panelists, the moderators, everyone that's making this a wonderful virtual adventure. I just appreciate you, Ash, and your energy, and I can't wait to see everybody.
All right, sounds good. All right, y'all, go right now. If you don't have your tickets, sidegigcon.com. If you do have your tickets, share this, share. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody, everybody. Your side, I was gonna say tell your side chick, but no, I'm fine. Tell
Wow,
everybody.
that's a whole nother conference.
Right, another conference. Sorry, wrong conference. Side Gig Con. Make sure you go check it out. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna see y'all next time. All right, peace.